Hey everybody, it's Diana at Catherine Diana Studios, and I, as you can see, have been super busy, probably like a lot of you, and everything is upside down and total chaos all over the house. Trying to get everything done, get all the crafts done, get all the sales out if you have an Etsy shop like I do, etc., etc., etc. And of course your custom orders and stuff like that. And I put on Instagram, I'm trying to make a little more room so you're not looking at so much junk, but this is the reality. And then I clean it up, and then it's all nice and neat, and then it gets all messy again on the next product or project, so I know y'all know how it is. So anyway, I posted on Instagram this, and right now I'm kind of standing up so I can see where I am, but I'm going to show you something I made. Oh, I hate these shadows. What is going on? Let me try this. And, well, that ain't working. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I made that I posted on Instagram, and then we're going to make something else together. So anyway, it's this. I don't have a lot of, maybe if I go all the way down like that, there we go. So this is double-sided. This is just a plain old, business envelope. It was a big one. It was some kind of, I don't know what it was anymore. But anyway, so there's the window, and you can see here it's just lace and some little crystals and some little paper flowers. And I was thinking about, I got a little glue on there. I need to get rid of that. I was thinking about doing some stickles around here just to add a little shine or something. I don't know. I haven't decided. I might just leave it and just scrape off this little bit of glue. That's, how the tacky glues can do that. So anyway, there's the window inside, and, it's a little stiff because, there's a lot of glue on this, but I'm just going to throw in some candy bars and, oops, I just tore that. Yeah, try not to do that. Can you see that right there? I just kind of tore that away from there. I'm just going to throw like some flat little candy bars in there and a few little things. It's a little thank you bag for someone who did a favor for me. So anyway, and then of course you can turn it into a Christmas ornament if you'd like, or hang it on your door and put some, evergreens inside and maybe a little bell on it or something, and be really cute. So anyway, so here's the thingy here. That's where the window envelope was, and you can see there's some gift. That's part of gift wrap. Most of this is gift wrap. This was gift wrap. This is a French book. Some old flowers I had. These were Dollar Tree snowflakes. I've had quite a few of them for a while. Oops, let me do that. Couple of little baubles and some Dollar Tree lace and some Dollar Tree fabric, which is on the other side. This is a little stamp, something I got from, I think it was AliExpress or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, and just miscellaneous Christmas paper, bits and pieces. And then on the other side, let me pull it back a little bit. This is some ribbon that I got from Michael's, maybe this year, could have been last year. Little Dollar Tree bow. This is all from gift wrap. And I think this was Martha Stewart gift wrap, but don't hold me to that. Miscellaneous scrapbook paper. Just some pretty, I think these were petaloo flowers. And these were, these that I got these at, I think, this is Paper Studio, I think. Yeah, so, oops, sorry, glare. So, some of those, and another one of the snowflakes, and the snowflake was too big. So, I just kind of cut it in half and scooted it over and made it a little bit smaller. And there's the Dollar Tree ribbon again, and a little piece of the French book, and, that's it. So, super easy, super cheap. You can use pieces of magazines. You can use maybe some pieces from some unused holiday cards from the past. A lot of times we buy a box with 20 cards in it or whatever, and we don't use them all. So we can use the leftovers, either fussy cut some of the images out, or turn them into journals, or tear them up and use bits and pieces to decoupage on something like an envelope like this. And this was just a little, pipe cleaner that will just hold whatever. So anyway, so there we go. So I put this on Instagram last night, and I was thinking, this is nice as a Christmas ornament thing. I think it would be cool, but it's big. It's, hang on a second. Well, I could do centimeters, but we'll do it this way, I guess. All right, so it's 6 inches by 4.5 inches, and I cut this down. This is one of those really big envelopes that had like big ads in it or something like that. It probably was one of those credit card things, where they have all this stuff inside. So Anyway, so I cut it down, and it's pretty big. So I thought, what if I did something smaller? So what I decided to do was grab, and this is some of the ribbon I put in some of my Christmas kits that I listed, I guess about a month ago. I was a little late in listing them. I was doing a lot of volunteering in November, and I just didn't get a chance to get all my stuff done. So, but they're still going to be on my Etsy site. I think they renew like in April. So you can still get them and be prepared for next year, because I'm going to let them expire, and then I'm not going to kick them back up until probably do a Christmas in July kind of thing, or maybe in August. So anyway, so this is some ribbon, and I've never seen ribbon like this before, and I found it in an unusual place. And let me get this. I've got some ink, I think, on my hand. Yeah, I do. Brown vintage photo ink. I had this thing in my hand, and I was grabbing things, and it caught me. So anyway, so this is just, a typical piece of ribbon, and you could use any ribbon, but what is this, 2.5 inches, and then you can make it as big as you want. But I'm going to make a pocket out of this, and I do have gold pipe cleaners, chenille sticks or whatever you call them, but I don't know. I mean, I know where they are. They're out in the garage in my studio that's out there. Actually, that's where my studio used to be. It was just too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter, so I took over my husband's, he had a room downstairs, and I took that over. So, and we moved him into a different area of the house, and we just turned it into a library, so a big one, bigger one. So that's his room now. So anyway, so I thought, well, why not? I'll do this, make a little pocket, and I've got some little flowers and lace and baubles, and even this gold ribbon here that came off of I don't know what, and I love both sides, and it's a little wrinkled, and it doesn't matter. Your stuff can be from a magazine, could be from anything, and it can be wrinkled and crinkled and whatever, and all of it just adds texture, and builds up, from your foundation. So and I'm going to use some of this, and since this has black in it, I have black chenille sticks, so I'm just going to use that. So anyway, I'm going to sit down now, so I got to remember to kind of, let me look exactly where I need to be. Okay, I can go down to here, so I have to stick in this area so that I know that you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to sit down. You might see my fancy plaid jammy bottoms, I don't know. So anyway, all right, so now I'm going to adjust my lights a little bit, because right now they're in my face. It's kind of bright and hot. So I'm not going to really do any particular measurements. I think what I'll do is just kind of bend it, maybe. Kind of like, well, if I can get my act together here. That's asking a lot, especially these days. I'm thinking kind of like that. That's probably good and cute and whatnot. And I have well, what the heck. I do have some fabric scissors, but I have to really reach across to get them, and I don't feel like doing that. All right, so here we go. Done. So what I think I'm going to do is, I think these have wire in them. Yeah, they do. So I'm going to take the wire out. Or not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. There we go. Let's get that guy out of there. La, 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 la. All right, now I've got some Fabri-Tac that I'm going to use. Actually, you know what I think I'll do? The right thing to do is do the seams and, probably press that so it's nice and neat, but I'm not going to get my craft iron out and all that stuff. It'll take a while, and I got to hook it all up and blah, 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 blah. So we'll just do this. Anybody else had this problem? First of all, we all have the same problem with Fabri-Tac, the pressure, and it just keeps coming out and coming out and coming out. And I swear, for each of us, this company owes us all at least one large bottle, because that much we have had wasted over the years, because it just keeps coming out. But this happened to mine, and I thought that was really odd. I don't want to pull on it too much because there's enough glue there that stopped it. But somehow the nozzle, there's a big crack right here, so I have to be really careful, because when I go to use this glue, it comes out, and it's really frustrating. So I'm going to do a little dab here, or not. You know, I thinned this out and it's still slow as molasses. Oh, come on, honey. Let's go. All right, what do we got here? There it goes, almost. La, 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 da, 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 da. Okay, I'm gonna do a thin bead here, and I should have my, whatchamacallit out, because watch, it's gonna start coming out. I should have my baby wipe ready to go. Hey, it's not really squishing out real fast. Good. Hey, stick. It's sticking to my fingers. It's not sticking to itself. Hang on a second. Fine. I'll fix your wagon. All right, let me grab another baby wipe. Oh, it's so dry where I live. I'm in the high desert, and it dries out, and especially this time of year. Oh my goodness, you try to blink your eyes and you can hear them clicking. That's how dry it is out here. And so my baby wipes dry out really fast. It's kind of frustrating. All right, so I could do like so, but I think I'm going to get a better, you know, I don't want to see that much because we'll see it. We'll have to put something there. How do I want to do this? Now what the heck? I'm just going to do it like that. It'll be fine. And I'll just trim whatever is crooked or wonky. Oops, I need to be there. All right, come on, honey. La, 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 la. All right, let's get that guy on there. And I'm thinking on this edge here, you know, you can add extra flowers. You could do a little bit of lace. Ooh, some black lace. Ooh, that might be pretty. And I got tons of black lace because this is where I'm doing my Christmas stuff. And I set up a little temporary table over there that way that still has my Halloween stuff because I'm going to start doing more Halloween all year round so I can just be ahead of the game, and Christmas too. There we go. Okay, so I just glued it like yay. So nothing too exciting. Alrighty. You know what? I'm going to go, oop, look, it's leaking. Ah! All right, let me get the lid on that sucker real quick. Let me grab a piece of, oh, hold on a second. Ah! A piece of lace or fabric or something. What have I got? What have I not got? Goodness gravy gracious. I got the stuff, all kinds of stuff. This is some Halloween, and this is some Halloween, but it's okay. Let me find. Ooh, that's pretty and that's pretty. All right. I think that's too big. All right, so we've got some choices here. Oh, I accidentally grabbed white. I don't want that. Although that is pretty. So I've got this spool here. Hold on, let me set these here and try to climb up on my chair again. Oh. All right, here we go. Oh, I should move that just in case that's kind of in the way. All right, so this is actually some fabric, but it has these pretty little sequins on it. And then there's this little bit, and this is what it actually, well, that's another little scrap, you know, so I could easily do some kind of something there. Would be great. Covers that seam. You can do it on both sides. Because this is something when I make these, oh shoot, I forgot to get that side. All right, I'll get that real quick. When I make these, the intent is that they can be used as Christmas ornaments later. So, you know, wrapping around like so, and then doing flowers on this side and flowers on that side with the little handle going this way, you know, kind of like this thing that I showed you earlier. So, you know, that kind of thing. So, right now, before I forget, let's get the bottom of this so that what we put inside, because this could hold a little gift card and, you know, maybe a pack of gum, you know, a small candy bar, you know, those little, what is it, Ghirardelli, I think, has those squares, you know, something like that. You could put a couple of those in there, or well, at least one, and it would just be so cute. And especially if you have some evergreens in your yard, or perhaps maybe a neighbor does, and you can ask them if you can snip off a little sprig and you put that inside. Oh, it would be so cute. So cute. And you know, if you have little craft bells or, let me get rid of that. You know, little, even holly berries and things. If you have, dang, I need that to stick. If you have those in your yard or your neighbor's yard, and you aren't around pets or something, because some of those things can be toxic for pets. So, you know, get some artificial ones, maybe at Dollar Tree or something like that. Ick. All right. So, I need you to stay. Don't be a... Ugh. Okay, I think I'm good. Golly. Okay, so see how I've got a little pocket there? So this pocket's going to be a little wonky, maybe. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and get the... Last time I put the pipe cleaner handle in last. This time I'm going to do it first. So let me grab this, and these are kind of thick. Yeah, that's really thick. I bought some thicker ones. You know, Dollar Tree has them, and they're thinner. These I got from, I think, Hobby Lobby. I don't want this very big. It's probably about right, give or take. So anyway, and you know, this could be great for family members. You know, you're going to an event, maybe you're, you know, don't typically buy them anything, but you want to do a little something for them, or ooh, that's going to turn out real cute when it's done. Or, you know, coworkers, little thank you things. And you can do this for somebody's birthday. You could do it for, you know, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever. You know, any come on, out. Any event where you want to put together a cute little thank you or something. Even a little baby shower gift. Put a little, you know, gift certificate in there for or, you know, gift card, you know, for a baby shop or whatever, you know, Amazon gift cards. And they turn out so cute. But that really, this ribbon is very porous, so it's leaking through the sides, and it's getting more on me, it seems, than on where it's supposed to be. You know, I'm going to pull it up a little bit. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arr! All right, good enough. Probably. Okay. Let's see. All right, that's cute. All right. Oh, it's so sticky. Cut it out. All right, so I'm going to grab, I'm still going to use this piece, but here's some other ribbon that I brought out. You can kind of see, like, so I got this actually at Hobby Lobby. They do have great deals on their ribbon. You know, I gotta give them a shout out for that, I guess. I don't know. You know, they changed their supplies, their paper supplies, so I don't go there as often as I used to. But this is Dollar Tree fabric, and you know, all you got to do is just tear off a little piece, you know, and you get a great effect. And then, you know, Michaels has these around Halloween. And, you know, these black ribbons in here, any of these could work out just beautifully. Especially, there's one here, and I saw it, and I was like, ooh, that might look nice on the bottom. Like so. See that? So that could be really cute. So I don't know if it's going to be overdone when I'm doing it this way. I think it's too much. But making one of these without, and if you just have the flowers and then put this on the bottom, that would be a darling. So, and then Michaels had this, and I grabbed this sometime this summer, I think it was. They had some wearable mesh, and I've just been using it and cutting it and using it for, you know, lace and stuff, backgrounds, for whatever. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this. I say I am. Let me make this a little more raggedy and wonky, I guess. Not quite so perfect. Oh, goodness. Do you ever have days where you're just a clod? Everything you touch, you're dropping it, and just like, what, oh, goodness. Wondering how you managed to get out of bed that day, you know. I get those days every once in a while. I have a feeling when those days happen to us, it's probably because we're just tired, extra tired, or a little stressed out or something, because I know I'm a bit tired. All right. Let's see what we got here. Stop leaking. Arrgh. Okay. I think I want this side here. Sorry, I know you probably want to see what I'm doing, but all right, I just kind of laid it on there, and I'm going to flip that over. I don't really like to get this stuff on my hands. It does have a couple of warnings on it that it's not the healthiest, and you know, our skin does absorb a lot, and you know, that's why, you know, when you're using industrial products, they recommend gloves and things like that. And I don't know if it says that on here or not, but I do know that it says, you know, where is it? I don't know. It's down there. Avoid prolonged contact with skin. And yet, how many videos do we all watch? And we're up to our eyeballs in this stuff. So it's like, well, gosh. And that could be just because it can be an irritant. Because I know that it is drying, because it's like, you know how it's like acetate and it takes off your nail polish. That's why I never have my nails looking. Matter of fact, I need to do something with them. My nails don't look nice anymore, because I'm constantly using this stuff. And I'm like, why should I go to all the effort of doing my nails when I come in here and craft and everything looks awful? So it's like, whatever. All right, so I'm just going to chop off that little bit. So there's the back side. And this here's a little wonky, and all I have to do is put a little leaf there or something like that. No one's ever going to know except you and me. So it'll be our little secret. Okay, so now, you know, I've got paper flowers. Now, these were when I was working at Michael's. So some of these that I have are, you know, 10 years old. Because they would have these bins, Studio G, and I don't know what brand these were. And they were just full of these packs of paper flowers and stuff. And they were 99 cents. This was probably about 2011, 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. And super cheap. And they don't really have that stuff anymore, which is kind of a drag because I loved it. But I got plenty to last me a lifetime. So you could put, you know, some little flowers over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of these and put them along there. And I'm going to at least do one there. I don't know if I'm going to do anything here. I don't know. We'll see. And I don't know if I'm going to do... You know what? Let me see if I've got... I know I've got it. It'd be better if I had little gold threads. Not threads, but... and I do have it. The embroidery floss stuff, but I'm not going to get up and get it. I know where it is, but it's over that way. And I was like, eh... So here's some, I got this from, was it Michael's? Yeah. Now, I've had this for a couple of years. I probably had this for 5 years, and this is how much I still have left. Look at all that. I just took a tiny bit, and there's so much. So what I'm going to do is kind of the way we do with our, you know, little threads and stuff, is just kind of break off a bit, and I'm going to kind of wrap it around in a circle, which makes it kind of messy. You know those, fringy crochet, gosh, that's too big. You know, you go in the crochet aisle and they have that fringy threads. I don't know what to call them. I don't crochet, but I think you know what I'm talking about. And they make those real fluffy, fringy, cute little scarves and things. I think I'll do that. I'm just going to put a mess of it right here. And anyway, a lot of times I use that, or I'll just use this, just something to give it a little something else. I'm probably going to put a little leaf on there too. I'm going to grab some Dollar Tree, get on there you, some Dollar Tree, hey, and I'll trim those down. You can do that, or you can leave them long, whatever you like. Where's my little rag? Hello. There it is. Dang it, quit coming out. Oh, also, I could have just used something like this instead of the gold fringy stuff. Just one of these gold or bronze little stickers. This is Paper Studio. I've had these for a while. I don't know if they're still at Hobby Lobby or not, but I do have them. Had them for a bit. All right, so these are Dollar Tree, and I buy their flowers and use them all the time. Now this is off of a big hydrangea from Michael's, so you know you can do one of these. Sometimes I'll make them smaller. This is a bit large, and so I'll do a piece of this. Let me just cut some of this off. Hang on. And this is wonky, and it doesn't matter. See how it's kind of kinked up and crinkly and whatnot? It really doesn't matter. Where's my little scissors? Oh, gosh, it's just sticking everywhere. I got glue all over the place. So what I'm going to do is just do a little, not quite a cut, more like a bend there. And see how these are kind of irregularly cut? And it really, honest to goodness, it doesn't matter. Because when you put them down, and then you put your little flower on there. Sorry, I realized I just covered up what I was doing. Let me go ahead and get these off of here. I don't mind having some fringe. I like it. That's the whole point. But these are a bit much. And that one's curved over, so I'm just going to cut it so it's, oh, so is that one. Where'd it go? See the little, I don't know if you can see it. See the little loop there? I'm going to go ahead and cut that so it's just more fringe. And I need to clean off my scissors. These are actually my paper cutting scissors, one of them, and I really need to not be using them for this. Just being lazy, and I don't want to mess things up. All right, so we've got two there. A third one, there's a design principle, if you will. Now this one here, hold on, and I'll go back to my thought. This one here is a little bit wonky. I'm going to go ahead and just take it right there because it's just too flat there. But there's a design principle. Let me get rid of those since I do cut paper with them. You know, obviously, you know, you can have, like on a fireplace mantle, you have one thing on one end and one on the other, and that brings balance. But you can also decorate in 3s and 5s, you know, 3, 5, 7, you know, odd numbers. Odd numbers things tend to look better when there's more of them. And so I'm going to go ahead and just do 3 little leaves here. And there's enough glue on there, you know, to put together the Empire State Building. So this will stay just fine. But I do need a little bit more to put that on. Can you see where we're going here? Messy, messy. All right, let me get some more. I have a new one of these. Did I open it yet? Oh no, this is an Eileen's tacky glue. I like her stuff too. But I want to finish using this up, I guess. So let me just, because I see there's another Fabri-Tac, but I can't reach it without reaching through the camera, you know. And then you'll see that my hair is a mess and I need to color it because I'm not coloring it until tomorrow, and you'll see all my roots, and you all don't need to see that. All right, so we'll just do like so. Quit sticking. Now, isn't that darling? That is so cute. And you put a little gift card in there or something. Pack of gum, a Ghirardelli chocolate, a chapstick, you know, some little whatnot, and a little bit of evergreen from someone, you know, your yard or someone else's yard. Oh gosh, I think that's just darling. And because we have this side, I'm going to go ahead and do some on this side. Could have, see what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. I think we all need to tell Beacon, the Fabri-Tac people, that this stuff has to go because it's so frustrating. We lose so much of their product, and this stuff ain't cheap. You know, these big bottles are anywhere from 13 to 15 bucks. So it's irritating that a good portion of it just keeps coming out. And when you're in the middle of crafting and your hands are covered in glue and you're trying to hold your items down, you know, you don't have time to put this and the ability to twist this on, unless you keep it in your mouth and then you put this in and then twist it in your mouth. And who wants to do that? I don't. So, all right. So I'm going to do the other side, so because it's going to be on a tree, possibly. And this time I might do let's do a different flower. Let me think of how I want to do this without taking up too much time. Quickly, I'm going to try... that was brilliant. Hello. Sometimes I'll cut them smaller along here. Cut, cut, cut. Or I'll get lazy and cut, cut, cut. Or just go something like that and make it a little bit smaller. It just kind of depends. And sometimes I'll even do individual leaves like so. And you can just play with them. It does help to round those out a little bit. Looks a little more natural. And you can take these little things and you can tuck them in just about anywhere, and they just add some dimension and some color. Maybe cover up a mistake where there's a big glob of glue or whatever. So you can, do like so, or like I said, I'll do one like this. I'll just kind of, start going like so. And I don't necessarily throw that out. I hang on to it for a while, just to make sure if there's any little spots I need to fix, I might be able to salvage something out of there. All right, this was a big goof up that I did, so let me get rid of that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And I'm not going for any perfection or anything here, because by the time you get everything on and the little leaves and the whatnots, nobody notices a thing. This is kind of curving up here, so I'm going to go ahead and take that little piece off and go like so. Oops, let me round that out a little bit better. Ooh, and that one too. Hello. So I can do 3. Remember, 3, 5, 7. 3 little leaves, and come back to this 2. And I'm going to salvage that piece there. That one. Let's see here. And this one, that was a little skinny, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead, and because these are sticking out this way, I'm going to put these here the same, kind of the same way, so that they kind of match. So let me get this started here. I got to turn my fan on. Hang on a second. It's getting hot under these lights. It's like 25 degrees outside, and it's hot in here. All right, hang on. Here we go. Just blob it on. Well, and try not to get, those, because these things can do those hot glue gun stringy things. Oh, it drives me crazy. Don't you hate those things? Crafting hazards. All right, ooh, I don't think I have a lot. I'm gonna need to get it on this side of the leaf. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Oh, hello. This one here, because there's one right there. Oh, would you quit? It can stick into this finger. There we go. Let's grab a little bit more. Let me get that in there. This one here. Okay, stop leaking. And, oh, mercy. Now, as you can see, because of this, because I'm trying to match that, I should have put this underneath. So I'm going to do that real quick and see if I can do it, and that this bottom one isn't set up too much already. Okay, I think we're good. Whew. Yay. All right, now, there's a goof here, so this is good that this happened. See all this glue? It's all fine and dandy, but I don't want to see it. So you can either pick up your little leaf here. Ugh. I'm not liking how that's turning out, but that's okay. Because we can fix it. And I think this is still possibly wet enough under here. I'm not 100%. I'm going to go ahead and do that there. It needs something. We've got the two there, and we've got this one here. And I realize that you can see through there, but that's okay. So we've got these. This is matching too much. There's just something wonky about this that's driving me bananas. But there's a couple ways we can fix it. It's pretty much stuck. That's okay. Now, you can go for dimensions. Where are the rest of my little paper flowers? You can always add something like this. You can always add, and you can make your own paper flowers too. They're super easy. Even if you don't have a punch, you can just cut them out. There's lots of YouTube tutorials about how to make them. So you can always add something like so. And this covers up, as you can see, a multitude of mistakes. I think that looks a little too sunflowery. Kind of, sort of. Well, there's glue on there. It's sticking. I kind of liked this. I thought this was pretty. I wish these were a little smaller. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just make these a little bit smaller by doing this. I'll kind of cut it either directly in half. This time I'm going to go this way. And then I'll just start. And sometimes it tears, and that's okay. Kind of refolding it a little bit. And it is totally fine to just cut these off and just glue down the individual petals, you know? You don't have to. Some flowers, it works better than others, look easier than others. This one here, this paper it's very fibrous. It's really thick. So it's not as easy to manipulate as I would like it to be, but it's doing all right. You just have to kind of work it a little bit. You are being so difficult. Okay, that's a little bit better. Let's see if squishing that down. Yeah, no, don't like it. There we go. That's a little bit, oh, mercy sakes. A little bit better. Anyway, can you kind of see what I was doing? So you can kind of see how I just twisted it and manipulated it a little bit. So that's not so bad, but just for the sake of making it easier, because if you don't want to fiddle with this, we're going to cut these individual petals off. And then, oh gosh, this is leaking like crazy. Let me see if I can salvage. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Crazy. All right. Come on. La, 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 la. Let's go. I see it. It's coming. All right. I am not really left-handed. We're going with it anyway. Oh, because it's leaking, it's just getting everywhere. Hang on a second. I realize doing it this way, you probably can't see what I'm doing very well. I'm just trying to put enough petals together, and I'm doing 5. And then I'm going to drop one of those flat back little faux crystal thingies right smack in the center. Mercy sakes, have some glue. Goodness gracious. Where's my, there they are. Oh my word. Get on there, booger. All right. That doesn't look very pretty right now, but give it a second. Should we do a big one? Why not? It's the one that's in my hand. I'm going for it. Oh, mercy. See, and it comes out and comes out and comes out and comes out when you're using it, and then when you flip the bottle upside down and 30 seconds later you try to use it, it doesn't come out. It's like, bless it. Make you crazy. I'm still not crazy about this. I'm probably going to hand trim that, and you can always do that. Oh, mercy. Let me scoot that over, because the last thing you really want to see is a big old blob of glue. I know I don't ever want to see that. Sometimes it's inevitable, but still. All right. This, see how that is? Not liking it. Let me just make sure I'm not going to cut some of my little gold fibers. Now the pressure's on because I can't screw up. And I have to watch these little things that are behind too. Because you can't goof it up. Because if you goof it up, you know, it's attached. It's on. It is on there, and yikes. Let me just get this edge here. I think I'm going to go that way. All right, that's a little bit better. It's not great. I think another piece of green down here will kind of balance that out a little bit. Okay, now see how it's just this little scrap left over from the Dollar Tree flowers? So I'm going to just create my own shape. It's not very big, but that's okay. Probably shove it just kind of right in there. Thereabouts. There's abouts, as they say. Hang on one second. Put a little glue on there. I think I like that end better. Hey, hey, quit. Got so much glue on my fingers that everything's sticking. All right, let's see if we can get that in there. Don't you show that glue. I don't want to see it. Oh, dang it, dang it, dang it. Now, another way you can hide your glue mistakes, if you have any, if there's too much, you see a glob of it, you don't want to, etc., etc. Stickles or any of these glitter glues are your best friend because they will cover up a multitude of little goober mistakes. And oops, golly. So I'm going to do a little bit of that on here. I half the time can't open these without. I don't have my, there we go. So what you can do, first of all, I want to keep fanning these out a little bit. They're just a little, and there's still a little movement in that glue. It didn't dry right away. There's some great adhesives out there, but boy, they dry fast, and boy, that's it. You're done. You're committed to what you got. Sometimes that just makes me a little nervous because, you know, mistakes happen, and you don't quite get it on there right or something, and you know, I'm a clod, so I need something that has a little dry time to it. All right, let me get rid of that, and let's do a little bit of this. Hopefully it's not, I think it's, oh, are you serious? There it goes, okay. I thought it was all dry. I've had it for a couple of years. I just used it about a month ago, and it was okay. Hello, come on out. Boy, I really got to push on that. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I do have some scrap paper Christmas words, you know, and pictures. There we go. Now, see, there was a little bit of, oh, hello, have some glue now. There was a little bit of glue on, yeah, that's a bit much. Glue goobers, and if you just add a little bit of sparkle on there, no one's ever gonna know. Just us. I'm still not liking how these are, they keep moving. There we go. I just want a little separation in there. That was the problem. It doesn't have to be perfect because flower petals aren't necessarily always perfect. But they, you know, that to have separation in each of these and none in these two was just bugging me. Didn't look right. So there's a little bit of goober right here. I'm going to try and pull that out. So that's fine. All right, so let's take a look at these. I've got, now these are old. I mean, they're not old, but I've had them a long time. At least 10 years or so, probably. You know, I used to sell these all the time at Michael's, you know, when I was, you know, teaching classes there. And I'm sure you can get them online, and I don't think you could get the same patterns. I don't know if they're still offering, but they're K and Company. So one of these has words. Beautiful designs. I mean, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, look at that. Where's the one with the words? And if I don't have the ones with the words, I know it's here. Here. I might go with this. This is a big roll of gift wrap that I got at either Marshall's or TJ Maxx. The amount of ephemera you can get from a $5 roll of gift wrap is just outrageous. That's why I'm selling a lot of it and throwing it in as freebies when people buy my napkins, because there's just so much. I don't need it, but I do need some. So, you know, fussy cutting, maybe just the word Christmas or the Noel here, and just putting it, you know, right there. I'm looking for a little, do I have a little cut out piece? I don't really. But I do have another little flower here that I could, they kind of, I don't know. The little trees, the Be Merry, that's cute. But I really want to do the, I know it's here. I just had it last night. So I know it's here. Oh. Okay, it's not in that paper. It's not in that paper pad. It's got to be this paper pad. What did I do with it? Oh, Diana, what are you doing? Doofus. What the heck? I just had it. Do I have elves that come in here at night and take my stuff? Ah! Haha! No, I'm just a clod. And I don't remember where I put things. Okay, this is a Recollections paper pad, and I don't know how long I've had it. Probably a really long time. Honestly. So this had some words in it. You know, like Santa and what. I don't know if I really, they're not very dark. I don't know if I really like the colors. But we can always change that with some distress ink. Or something. I would use some of my, you know, Tim Holtz words or something like that. I can't find them. I haven't been able to find them for about 6 months. And nobody here locally sells them anymore, so. Ooh, that could be pretty. Some little snowflakes on there. I don't think I want to fussy cut them to that much detail, but do I want to tear it? I could tear it. I don't know. Okay. Let me try this. Alright, I'm not really fussy cutting, because this is just too much to fussy cut. You know what? This is too big, so I need to cut this paper. Alright, let me get rid of that. And you know, you can always do a little snowflake. You know how you fold the paper over and then you cut all the designs and make the little cuts into the paper, and it makes a snowflake. So you could do something like that yourself if you don't have any. Wow, that's a little tight there. any of paper around, that pre-printed scrapbook paper. Yeah, you can draw one, you can do all kinds of little things. All right, let's see what we can get here. Come here. Hey. Out. 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 There we go. Oh, everything is sticking. There we go. Oh, my word. There we go. Do I want to do something like that underneath? Maybe the darker one at the bottom and a lighter one in the middle. Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. I don't quite want that color. That one's pretty. Let me try this. Let's see what we get here. Woo! A little tight around that corner there. It would help if I had my magnifying glasses on. I can see a little bit better. Oops. I have a feeling I'm not gonna like this, but even if you get that feeling when you're cutting, keep cutting, because sometimes you'd be surprised how you actually do find a way to make it work in the very project that you're working on that you didn't think it was going to work with. So that one needs to be a little deeper and a little bit cleaner. Yeah, as I say that, and it's not very clean. Whatever. Okay, I could do something like that. Dang it. And let me get rid of these pieces of... they won't come off because they're stuck in the glitter glue. Okay, go off with you. There we go. Oh, I think that's okay. Might even be, oops, better if I go like that. It's all right. Nah. This is okay. I don't know. All right, come on, get it together, Missy. See, you also have to take in consideration what you're gonna see on that side, so. Or sometimes I'll just cut them right on the edge and that's totally fine. I don't know, I'm not liking that. All right, let's come up with something else. You know, one thing you can do, and it just solves the whole problem, is just grab a piece of the lace and throw it on there. That was a scrap piece, and I don't have any more. But I could also do one more of those little leaves. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? You can also do a contrasting piece of lace too. That's totally fine. And it doesn't have to be this color necessarily. You can do your distress ink on there. You know, obviously not quite cut like that, but maybe like so, because that's really heavy when it was like that. You know, these pieces here are really heavy. But, you know, something like that. Get in there, you. Actually, because that comes to a nice point. Ow. I got glitter glue on me. Something, gosh. I realize you can't see what I'm doing, probably. Something like so. Hey, quit sticking. I have so much glue on my fingers, I'm sorry. And then grabbing, oh. Come here. Hey, quit sticking to me. Grabbing like so, adding a little doodads here. I think the idea of this, I like this softer edge. Let me see if I can swing that just right under there, just enough I'm going to do it this way so I think you can see it better. Just enough to maybe cover that. And there's still some glue under there. Obviously, I think I'm going to need to put glue in. Oops. But sometimes if you just tuck it under. There we go. Let me grab a little bit of glue to throw under there. And I think I'm just going to call it good, probably. Maybe not. I might do a little dot of a little crystal or something along there. There we go. Now with this, I got to be super careful because it's bleeding through, because it's a porous fabric, and I don't want it to, you know, close off the pocket part, because that would be a big drag. So, you know, I think that by itself is fine. You know, I could probably do another tiny little piece of lace. Just let's try it for a little balance here. Oops. Well, that doesn't look like balance. That just looks messy. Let me get another piece right here. And these are those Dollar Tree doilies. I don't see them all the time, so when I do see them, I grab them. Possibly just shove another little piece right up under here. That's too big. Way too big. Dang, so does that. Let's get from that. Something just a little bit like that. And do a tiny little bit right under there. Let me get that guy in there. Hey, stick. Thank you. That looks cute. Now, we can leave it like so. I keep doing this to make sure that that doesn't close off that little pocket. Another little piece of lace up there. This lace could be fine. And if you want to, there it is. There's some tea dye ink. Let's do just a quick little dab and just soften it a bit. It's okay to leave a little more white since this is a little bit white, but this is also fine too. Just soften that. Either one I think works because you've got some of the white here and you've got some of more of a taupey color there. So it's either way, it's all good. Let me see what I got here. Let me try. Put one little piece there. Oh, why not? And you'll see it from the other side, and that's okay. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. And it's a little frayed and wonky, and I like that kind of distressed, old-fashioned, come on, honey, kind of look. So there we go. All right, so I really did wing this. I had really no plan other than I had kind of a vision in my head of a type of little pocket I wanted to make. But, you know, I didn't even have, hey, get that out. I didn't even have proper, oops, here it is. All my supplies ready to go. So you could probably do this at home if you get all your supplies out and lay them all in front of you and have them all ready to go. Probably, you know, 15, 20 minutes, maybe less. Just kind of depends on, you know, how much glue you get all over your fingers. So, cool beans. All right, now you can take, like, you know, one of the cutouts that I mentioned. You could rubber stamp something, a little greeting. You know, I have these cute little stamps that say, you know, have yourself a merry little Christmas. And I do stamps like this. I stamp out big sheets in my Christmas kits, the journal kits, these big 8.5 by 11 sheets of some of the stamps that I have, and those are freebies. I just throw those in with some extra ribbons and papers and stuff as a thank you. So I have a lot of really cute stamps, and that's one of them, and the other one is like a North Pole, you know, like so. You could stamp something like that, cut it out and put it in a corner, or you could have put it over here, or you could, you know, stick it there, stick it, there's, you know, it's endless what you can do. So there we go. All right, so this isn't too bad. It's a cute little pocket, and then it can become a Christmas tree ornament. This is a little bit wispy here, so I'm just going to cut that bit off. So there's that side, like so, and there's that side, like so. So there you go. So it's just any ribbon that you have laying around. Get into the kids' craft supplies. If you don't have anything, go to Dollar Tree. They always have these, almost always. If they don't, Michael's does, Hobby Lobby does, and a lot of times they'll have combination color packs, so you don't have to buy just all one color. And grab some flowers or make some paper flowers, and there's all kinds of tutorials on how to do them. And I'm probably still going to cut that just a little bit, because these are a little more softer and rounder, whereas that one comes into a little bit of a point. It's just a little bit different. Oh, I hope I don't regret doing this. There we go. That's a little bit better. And you can still, you know, leave that out like so, shove it in more. You can, you know, this one's kind of big, but, you know, you could put little baubles in the corner, maybe do 3 little, right, whatever, you know, across the top, lace across the top, anything. Anything goes. So there you go. So, a cute little idea, kind of a last minute thing, and maybe thank you for a gift for someone after they give you something. Make them a little something, and, you know, co-workers, whatever. So there you go. So anyway, hope you all have a great day. Sorry it took so long. I didn't quite have my stuff together, but I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.